Salute.
Salute.
You can be part of it, mystery guy. That's perfect.
Woo!
Excellent. Okay, welcome to Bon Tom Club, the South by Southwest special. This is actually the 5th episode that we've done, but it will be the 3rd one out. I'm joined today by Blake Williams from Hyperreal Film Club and Kasey Randall from Austin Tech and UX. You just tech and UX or tech and user experience?
You know, we've gone through a rebrand a couple times.
Okay.
Yeah, you started off with Austin Tech and Experience, like ATX.
Yeah.
And then people were confused on the experience part. So we added the user experience, and that was a really great name lasted for a while, and then it just was really long, and the branding got really kind of annoying every time I had to spell it out. So I shortened it down to Austin Tech and UX.
Okay.
Basically, same
Gotcha.
thing. Now it's still ATX though.
Okay, but you don't call it ATUX.
I don't call it ATUX.
Right, yeah.
No, I tried it, didn't really roll off the tongue. So
Yeah,
I kinda like it.
Fair enough. ATUX would be good if you showed up in
hey, are we going to
tuxedo.
ATUX?
Yeah.
Hey, pull up.
So yeah, this is the South by Southwest special. This is kind of a little different format from what I've done for the last few episodes, where I've been interviewing kind of people one-on-one. I kind of wanted to do more of an overview of just the festival and how to have the best time you can in Austin during the festival. How many South bys have you been to, by the way?
South by adjacent, so
Okay.
never been to South by proper.
Because you're new to Austin, fairly
February
relatively.
2022.
Cool.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yep.
And where are you from again? I'm sorry.
Indianapolis.
Okay,
Indiana. Yeah, long way from home.
So you came. Was South by last year your first one?
So, no, the way it would have worked out would have been I was downtown roaming the streets in 2022.
Okay,
and
cool.
then last year would have been the first one where I was roaming the streets, but I had a little bit of a plan.
Okay, yeah. That's a classic way to do South by.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if we wanted to cut the episode short, we could just be like, if you want to have a good time, go roam the streets.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
You'll
I mean,
find
you'll
something.
find
Yo, if you want a good
Yeah.
time, regardless, just go run the streets.
Yeah.
Rule of thumb.
That's right. That's the one
crazy
thing I want
stuff
you to
out
take
there.
away from Bon Tom Club. Roam the streets for a good time. Yeah, I mean, one year I roamed the streets and I ran into Batman. You remember when they had Batman and they had the car from the latest movie? I mean, it wasn't just on the street. It was actually like in an alleyway, and you had to like go around the alleyway to see the Batmobile.
during
That's
South by?
it.
Yeah, this is like 2 years ago or something.
Oh, man, I
Maybe
totally
3
missed
years
that.
ago or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, it was for the Batman.
Yeah.
The last one that they did.
Yeah. You know, I watched that for the, not to go on a tangent, but I watched that for like the second or third time, and like the more I watch, the more I enjoy it. The
Yeah.
first time I'm like, oh, all right, whatever, it's Batman. But then
Yeah.
the third time I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
this is a good movie.
Well, I like that he's a Batman that sucks. Not to derail all this.
No,
this isn't
please.
a Batman
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, you
but-
brought Batman, so like,
It's my fault. No, please, if you're gonna say
No, he's just a Batman that sucks. Like, it's his first year doing it,
He's his
pretty
second
much.
Batman,
Yeah, he's
yeah.
not that great
he's
at
gonna
it.
make mistakes.
Yeah, I love when he's in the wingsuit and then he just wipes out.
Yeah.
I almost said, can we cuss?
Yeah, you can curse.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I almost said eat shit.
Yeah, he hates
Has
shit.
to hobble away. Yeah.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah, me
he
too.
was almost like, oh, my back.
Yeah, you'll
you know?
never get a Batman that has that lack of confidence, I like
Christian
that.
Bale would have never done that.
No, it's in the
no.
That is a
contract that he
different
could.
vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I saw Batman. I mean, they have had in previous years they've had Terry Crews, right? I think that was last year. Terry Crews is like riding around on a pickup truck as his character from the Mike Judge movie. Fuck, I can't remember what it's called.
Idiocracy.
Yeah. He was the president something. I can't remember his name. But yeah, he was just driving around as that character last year. So you don't lose anything by just wandering around in South by.
Yeah, there's always something to
Going
find.
back to that rule of thumb, you just want a good time.
Yeah.
Just roam the streets.
Roam the streets.
Yeah, roam the streets. Yeah. And
so-
I'm just gonna jump in and say like, we'll probably get to this in detail, but South by is huge. I mean, it's all through.
It's
Austin.
insane.
Yeah, it's actually very impressive. Like the scale of it. There's shit everywhere.
Yeah. How many South bys have you been through, by the way?
This will be my third.
This is your third, okay.
My third one. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, really excited about this one. I mean, I was excited about the first one, but we were promoting an NFT thing at that point. and
Right. Those were the days.
Those were the days.
2 years ago. 3 years ago.
That I can't even get into that. I'm gonna fucking
Uh-huh.
cry. But we had a really good time. It was first South by, and I had heard so many things about it, and I didn't end up I didn't purchase a pass, but like again, roaming the streets, good time. our buddy Justin was like, he was telling me, I'll never forget this, and we're coming up to South by, and he goes, man, just prepare yourself. I'm like, I've done 27 Mardi Gras in my life, maybe 25, 26
right.
at that point. And I'm like, whatever, dude. Like, I've smoked weed in like Amsterdam. Like I've had a time, all right?
I've roamed the streets, my friend.
I've roamed the streets many times. And he goes, prepare yourself. Every single bar turns into a party. They do free music. They set up stages. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And then he was very accurate.
Yeah.
It's a great time.
It is crazy. And, you mentioned Mardi Gras. I actually did want to bring this up because it does feel like Austin's Mardi Gras to me. It's like, it's kind of a similar time of year. The whole city kind of gets in on it. You know, it's a big excuse to just drink a lot.
Yeah, tourists come in for it.
Yeah,
it's a week long or so, right? Like, I mean, the only thing we're missing is like parades and beads. It's basically and maybe drunk people and flashing.
Well, there be drunk people.
Well, no, you're right.
Not as much flashing.
Sorry,
Yeah,
no flashing.
You're right.
We'll probably miss that.
Yeah. It's also not very food focused though. Mardi Gras has a ton of good food.
Not a
ton of good food at South by. Have you been to Mardi Gras, by the way?
No, but my mom has told me plenty of things about things that I cannot share on this podcast.
Oh, okay.
That's
fair enough.
Mom sounds like a gem.
What happens in Louisiana stays in Louisiana.
That's what we hear.
Yeah. We didn't stay in Louisiana. Kasey and I are actually both from New Orleans.
Yep.
Okay.
We actually left.
We
didn't stay.
That's one of the main things to do is just walk around. So aside from that, there is other stuff that you can do, and that's what we're here to talk about today.
Yes.
So I want to start with just an overview of what South by Southwest is, because it is like this huge thing. And every year I'm just kind of like, it's happening. I don't really know. And then it's like I'm halfway into it, and I'm looking at the website, and I'm like, I guess I might want to see a speaker, and I don't know what bands to look at. So what South by is one, it's a conference in the way that you think of like a business conference where, hotel rooms or they have talks, and there's tons and tons of people giving talks about. They have I don't know how many tracks, like 15 or something like that. I have the link here, but I'm not going to pull that up just yet. And then there are exhibitions, which are basically kind of like an open floor kind of thing. They have a few of those. And then, of course, there's festivals, and there's two basic festivals. I think there is a comedy fest. I did not look up anything for the comedy
Well, they
fest.
haven't put too much out yet.
Okay.
Last year had a pretty stacked lineup. I remember looking through it and being like, damn, I kind of want to go to some of these.
Yeah.
And the only thing that I think they have out on the comedy festival now is a talk about the comedy festival. So hopefully they get some stuff within the next week.
Yeah.
But,
Well,
sorry to interrupt.
it's already Sunday.
They're running out of time.
Yeah. It's Tuesday the previous week. But, there's the music festival, and then there's the film festival. And the music festival, you don't even need to pay to go see music at South by Southwest.
No.
The badge, I think, is we'll get there in a second, actually. So begins Friday, March 8th. That's the beginning of the interactive conference, which goes through the whole fest, and also the beginning of the comedy and film /TV festivals, which also go through the whole fest. And then the following Monday is the beginning of the music festival and the music conference tracks. Friday, the March 15th, is the last day of the conference, and then Saturday, March 16th, is the last day of the music and the film festival. So basically, we're talking about Friday. It's like a week and one day, right? Friday to that next Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's still the case, but when I was a UT student, it would always line up with UT spring break, and I think they did that on purpose. But I'm not a college student anymore, so I don't know, and I don't really care.
You are in heart.
Yeah, that's why I keep drinking during the day. So I did want to talk about badges versus wristbands really quickly, because these badges are I don't think. Does anybody like individually ever actually buy a badge for South by Southwest? Like, you can get an EDU badge, an EDU badge for $745, but like platinum is like near $2,000. Interactive
After tax, I think it is $2,000. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Interactive $1,600. Film and TVs $1,500. Music itself is just $945.
You can say that's a little expensive.
Yeah. That's
just like just a little bit.
I mean, how does that compare to other conferences? Because I've also never bought a ticket to like another conference.
Oh, I mean,
you know,
granted, I mean, South by, again, the scale of it's pretty huge for a
Yeah.
conference. There's like multiple conferences inside of a conference, right? And there's like levels to this shit.
Mm-hmm.
With the EDU badge being almost $800, I'm like,
that is crazy.
yeah. I'm like, what? Like,
It's a
fucking
discount.
student
It's a discount for the college
Yeah,
students.
but
Just
also I think your school could
$800.
sponsor you. I think that's also something that you can do, where the school will sponsor you to go there because you're learning so much, right?
Right,
But you're
yeah.
also having a great time.
I mean, I would think, as I was about to say, most people would get it through their job. Like the one time I went to South by, like officially, I was working at a tech company and they paid for my interactive badge. Wristbands are not very expensive. You know, film wristbands, I think I can actually just pull it up right here. It's only $120 for a film wristband at South by Southwest.
Yeah. So the thing about the film wristband or the music wristband too is that it just doesn't do much. Like it does enough, right? It'll get you around, but like you take lower priority to the people that also will just buy a ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like if I want to see a movie and I buy that one,
the secondary access is it's a mixed bag because it really depends on what you're trying to see, right?
Yep.
Like I went that one year as interactive, and as interactive you have secondary access to all the film stuff,
right?
And so that was, I think, kind of comparable to having like a wristband, right? And so I went down and I saw there was like a documentary about David Lynch that was pretty cool. I might have seen one or two other things, but I knew it was going to be stuff that was not going to be like high traffic. So if you are like a film festival person and you're interested in just seeing something that's like not, you know, like maybe more off the beaten path, you have more of like open mind.
Well, we'll talk about that during the film section because I assume there's a film section.
It's not like a crazy, you know, it's like $120. That's like you can roll the dice a little bit. You do have to. I mean, you're waiting in lines, right? You're going.
Sure, but even with the badge, you're waiting. Because I was looking at well, you get here this early. Yeah, right. Yeah, unless you do like South by Express. This seems like the time to bring that up.
What is that?
So South by Express, the day before at 9 a.m. on the app or on the website, it'll unlock for you. And I think you get like 3 things that you can go to that day. It's a 30-minute window, or 30 minutes before showtime. I think you get that window. So anytime 30 minutes before showtime, you show up and you're fast-tracked in. So long as you have that, you should be able to get into some of the big premieres. Yeah, it's like the Fast Pass.
That's crazy. Yeah. I didn't even know they did that.
Or Genie Plus. I was doing some research because I got some movies I want to watch. I'm a Disney guy.
All right. Okay.
So not like a Disney guy. I just like the parks. That's like a thing. Yeah. I like theme parks.
You need to make a case to me, man. I love Disney.
Yeah,
parks.
I love theme parks. Yeah.
Disney parks.
Yeah.
Well, it's a different conversation when you start talking about like Disney people versus like
I have a friend who I met him in New Orleans, and he moved from New Orleans to Orlando. I swear to God, this guy lived. I'm talking about you, Ian. He lived in Disney World, right? He ate candy for breakfast every day, and he watched fireworks every night. And he was really, really big into city design. And that's partially why he was in Disney World. Yeah.
Well, you know, this isn't a Disney podcast, but
it
is a city.
Yeah.
Like, Disney World in Florida is a city. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're like good city planners. They're like, you know, they're as authoritarian as like Singapore, but like, you know, that's how you get clean streets sometimes.
They have their own police department.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
But so that's the film wristband. Music wristband is like similar. I think it's like $160 or something.
Okay.
The music wristband to me is like much less of a priority than like a film wristband, or it's like, because you're going to see free music outside of South by.
Yeah.
I don't know if you might know if there's any like film events that people are doing outside and adjacent to South by.
So there's some cool ones. Plug the brand. We got one coming up. It's supposed to be really cool. It'll be fun. We did one last year, unofficial South by event, because you have to.
Yeah.
But we did, what was it? It was Dazed and Confused.
Oh, classic.
Yeah, and that was really cool. It was
Great
like,
movie.
perfect time. The weather was beautiful. Yeah, can't go wrong with it. Can't go wrong with it. So yeah, there are unofficial like film events happening here and there.
That's great.
But the music events, I think, are really cool too because, like you said, not necessarily much of a priority because there's so much cool stuff that you can do by just RSVP.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's I guess we'll talk about it, but like there's the, what is it, the blue list, the when, where, what
Blueprint.
Blueprint. Yeah,
Blueprint,
they're great.
Blue list. They have both of them.
Yeah.
Blue list is for
Yeah.
RSVPs.
I think the blue list
like
is
that.
a paid thing.
Okay.
I think it's like $5 a month, maybe.
Is it really?
Or there is one
Like a
app
newsletter.
that cuts the fat
Yeah.
and it like will RSVP for you.
I did see that. I think that is a different one actually.
Yeah.
I have
it's
it
something
up here.
list, I think. but-
You said you
I can
did
pull it up
a
real quick.
unofficial one last year.
Yeah, so
RSVP
unofficial, they had
ATEX.
some at Hotel Vegas. They had some shows there.
Oh, sick.
I went to
Yeah.
that, and
Yeah.
then I wanted to go to one at ACL Live. Yeah, so Rolling Stone does a thing at ACL Live every year. I actually took that down. So when we get to the music section, remind me to come back to that because they got a cool thing going on over there. But also, like,
Isn't that part of the fest?
it is a part of the fest, but
Okay.
it's an RSVP. You don't need a wristband. You don't need a
Okay,
badge.
cool.
You just have to be on the list.
Oh, that's right.
Or wait in the line. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's, I guess, just we're getting through this a little slowly, but that's fine.
Sorry, my
no,
fault.
No.
I feel like
That's-
I'm
That's how we
hijacking.
want to do it, man. This is
I have so many stories from South by. I've only done it twice. I'm like holding my breath over
I
here.
feel like, yeah, same.
You don't
Yeah,
have to hold back.
ATX did Austin Tech and UX did an unofficial event last year.
Yeah, that was at Whistler's.
At
right?
Whistler's, yeah, we had a
That was
happy hour
cool.
at Whistler's, and we have like these social events and these like educational events once a month, and man, South by was coming up, and we're trying to partner with them, but like we ended up running out of time, and they just got really busy. Obviously, the closer you get to it,
Yeah, right.
and like, okay, we're just gonna do our own thing. Like Whistler's loves us, they love me. And I'm like, let's just host a happy hour at fucking Whistler's during South by, and I'm like, it'll be chill. So like on Meetup, I like close it off the RCPs and open up to Eventbrite because I want to like actually do tickets, right?
Yeah.
It's all free to go, right?
Yeah.
The next thing I know, I had like 500 fucking tickets sold. And
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
I'm like, holy shit. Well, what happened? Well, actually, I got up to almost 1,200, 1,300, I think.
Wow.
It was in the thousands. Like,
Did it end up on the when, where, what thing?
It ended up on the Excel spreadsheet or whatever
okay,
that was.
yeah.
Yeah, because they do that every
Not
year.
the Excel
Yep.
spreadsheet, the fucking Google spreadsheet.
Google Sheets.
The Google
Yeah.
Sheet,
Yeah,
yeah. So
right.
they picked it up as an unofficial South by event and published it online.
Did it say that it was going to have drinks or something like that?
No.
Did it call y'all out for that? No.
No,
Oh,
it was just
one event
it
among
was
many?
it was a community meetup
Yeah.
event, yada yada yada
Well, that's
at
cool.
Whistler's, and we had like I don't know like 100, 120 or so show
Well,
up.
yeah,
So
that
it was
was
pretty
something
solid.
I was curious about. Is that so many people come into town and they just want to be on the list to have things to do, right?
Yeah, that's
how
exactly
many
right.
versus the RSVPs actually showed up? You said it was about 120, but you had 500.
Oh, I had
So you had to
I had
prep
almost
for
1,000, so it was only like 10%,
Yeah, see,
right?
that's
So
crazy.
like yeah, and I'm grateful because like I was actually worried. I'm like, God, Whistler's can only hold 300 people.
Right.
So if like half the people show up, which we do a 50% retention rate of events, which is awesome, but like if 500 people show up,
You're cutting people off.
they're
Yeah.
in a line. There's a
Yeah.
line outside of Whistler's now, and then
Yep.
hopefully they won't be mad at me for that. They
But
won't
people
care,
will
obviously,
wait. That's the other thing.
They'll
They'll
wait.
wait for you to leave, so then you can go in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, Tom, come here. Come be on the show real quick. Just really quick. I'm going to ask you about South by Southwest.
Sure.
All right.
No
Here,
problem.
come over here. Come over here. Here, you can sit down. Tom Micklethwait here, everybody.
Tom Micklethwait.
Do you have any plans for South by Southwest?
No.
None at all. No barbecue stuff.
No.
Okay. That's
Are you
it
really
from Tom
excited about South
Micklethwait,
by
everybody.
Southwest?
Thank you.
We have bands and we have stuff going on.
Oh yeah. Well, you
That's awesome.
gonna be here? Yeah. Do you want to talk about it a little bit?
Sure, we're hosting a benefit on Saturday for Jason Austin, who is a poster artist in Austin in the 90s, who's having some health issues. So they're having a benefit here on Saturday with some bands. I can't tell you right now.
That's
the 16th.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, they're part of the Curious Mix of People. It's a book that was released recently. Now they're doing a movie or something. So I don't know.
That's
a lot of details to share. And then the next day we're doing the Chili Dog Fest mini version, kind of like a tiny corn dog.
Cool.
There'll be bands there.
Mini Dog Fest.
Chili Dog Fest, yeah. Normally it's
Mini Chili Dog Fest.
it's like this Sunday, like the wind down Sunday of South by.
Okay.
Like previous years it was like 25 bands or something. This year it's 5.
That's awesome. That'll be on the property out here.
Yep.
Cool. Excellent. Well, there's
That's all
gonna
I
be
got.
stuff at Micklethwait for y'all to do. I'll make sure to write that stuff down when I'm doing the show notes here.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Check back. I might have accurate details to share.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Tom.
Yep. Cool.
Any other South by comments? Did it used to be better?
No. How good do you think it is now?
I think it's fine. There's a narrative out there, though.
You know.
And you've been here.
Yeah, I've been through a lot of South by weekends. It's like an ebb and flow. I think that it used to be more fun than it is now, but maybe I just got older. I don't know, but it seems like it used to be a lot more of a
That's true for a lot of life, yeah.
party vibe that went with it, and some of that's kind of gone, and now it's a little bit more corporate.
Yeah,
but it also
fair
got a
enough.
little bit out of control with the party a few years ago, and I think they kind of reeled it in a little bit.
When do you think that was?
It was about 6 years ago. There was a whole incident where the guy drove a car down the sidewalk on Red River, which was terrible.
I do remember that. That was horrific.
Before that happened, just being out on the east side, I just remember it felt like bedlam a little bit. Like people were just like, because it's South by, I can just walk down the street in the middle of the day doing whatever. It was just like, it kind of burst out of the
Roaming
scenes.
the streets.
It was just like, there were fights at my friends' bars, like really crazy fights. Like all sorts of things happened.
Wow.
That year. It just felt a little bit out of control.
Just bring back the old South by.
So
Bring back the parties.
Hey, so.
Well, thank you, Tom. I appreciate you jumping on the podcast really
Thank you.
quickly.
How are you guys? Have a good night.
You do the same?
Casey, by the way.
Blake.
This is Blake and Casey.
Have a good
Thanks,
night. Get safe. Be safe, not get safe. Get safe.
Yeah, we're actually in danger right now. I forgot what we were talking about before that, but that's fine. That's content. That's content.
Badges,
Yeah, you gotta capture it when it happens.
RSVPs.
Yeah.
I think we were on wristbands for music.
Yeah, wristbands for music.
Yeah.
Yep, wristbands versus badges.
Oh, yeah.
Price wise.
I think
Rolling Stones.
Yeah, so the Rolling Stone magazine has a
I took this
concert at ACL
Yeah.
Live. So that's the
Unofficial
Moody
events.
Theater, I think, right? So yeah, they have a concert going on there, and they got good stuff. So when we talk music, I'll get more into that.
all right, fair enough.
Sweet, sweet.
So yeah, why don't we just get into what is happening this year?
Yeah.
There's a conference, and it's one of the biggest parts of this. I went through the featured speakers to see if I could figure out if I would know any of them, because they kept on announcing featured speakers. I guess as they've been getting closer to the date, they've been announcing bigger featured speakers. So I know Rosario Dawson, Tim Ferriss, Chuck D, the Uber CEO. I didn't write down his actual name. The CEO of AMD, same thing. The Daniels, who directed Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Mm-hmm.
Jane Fonda, Dwayne
Nice.
Wade, Elijah Wood, the Black Keys, Ray Kurzweil, who's Ray Kurzweil. He wants us all to live forever inside computers.
Oh, good for him.
He works at Google. Yeah.
I did not know
And then
Maybe.
what's that?
I said maybe.
that. Maybe we already
Yeah.
are.
racking my brain
Could,
about it a
this
little.
could be the afterlife
Yeah.
for one of or all of us. Yeah. And then I just saw today they announced Selena Gomez. These are speakers, by the way. People are just going to speak. Sydney Sweeney, Kirsten Dunst, Alana Glazer, Michael Dell, Danny Brown, who lives here, by the way. I don't know if you.
Yeah, he's got a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a cool podcast.
No idea.
Conan O'Brien, Lily Singh, Nick Kroll, Samantha Bee, the Patreon CEO, and then NASA's ISS program chief scientist. They didn't give a name for that person.
I hate to say it, but I'm way more interested in that talk than
yeah.
almost all those celebrities combined.
I want to see Sydney Sweeney.
I was
Well,
gonna
she's
say,
got a
I don't
movie
talk
here,
about.
so I think she'll probably just talk about her movie.
Oh, that's
That
fair.
makes
Yeah.
a lot
Yeah.
of sense.
Do you think they're playing it during South by?
Yeah, it's premiere.
What movie
South
is
by.
it?
I think it's called Immaculate or something like that.
Oh,
I can
that's
get
the
a
one with the
name.
nuns.
Yeah.
Oh,
And,
yeah,
um,
yeah.
Simona Tabasco is going to be in that
Yep.
too, right?
Yep.
From White Lotus. Yeah, I really want to see that
Yep.
one.
Well, it'll be a South by. Then it'll be in theaters months later when it's easier to just go and see
Yeah,
the movie.
right.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. And then for the conference, there are a bunch of tracks, and I do have those here. We can just go. There's 24 conference tracks. Okay, so I'm going to go through these very quickly.
You're gonna read them out loud.
I'm just going to read them all out loud. You ready?
Rapid
Go
fire.
for it.
2050, advertising and brand experience, artificial intelligence, climate change, creating film and TV, creator economy, culture, design, energy, fashion and beauty, film and TV industry, food, game industry, government and civic engagement, health and med tech, music and tech, music careers, psychedelics, sports, startups, tech industry, transportation, workplace, and XR. So everything. It's a conference about literally everything that happens.
XR.
Extended reality.
Oh.
So VR
AR.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yep.
I haven't heard XR in a while. It's just we've been really hung up on VR.
I think they just use it as a label, so then they can just dump whatever
broad.
is in
Broad,
there.
yeah.
Yep.
Include both the AR, VR.
Yeah.
shit.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So, yeah, that's the tech conference. There's a ton of stuff. So Kasey brought you on partially to talk about any of this stuff.
I'm partially here to talk about it.
What what is out of all this stuff? Just help us make sense. Help us find the signal and the noise, because there's so many speakers. There's so many different things to see in the conference, and without you don't have to just talk about the conference, but
Yeah.
what should we be seeing?
Psychedelics, 100%.
Okay.
I like where they sandwich. I know it was alphabetical order, but I like that it was sandwiched between like games industry and psychedelics.
And then psychedelics, you're like, what? That's actually really exciting. Man, I mean, again, it's a bit overwhelming, the amount of shit that is going on, that week. And
And you can treat speakers the same way you treat music, where you're just like, I've heard of this thing and I'm close by to it, so I'll just step in and sit and see what this person has to say.
it's a conference, and again, I've been to quite a few, and again, it's you can't go to everything. It's impossible because a lot of things overlap.
Yeah.
You have to kind of pick and choose what's
And
going to
you
be more
wouldn't want
important to you.
to.
You don't want to. No, it's exhausting, and honestly, you do the first half of the day conference shit, and the second half of the day drinking. So that's a conference. Okay, that's a good time. You're roaming the street by the second half. And then you're also networking. You're meeting people. You're going to the social events. You're going to seeing music. You kind of break it up. From the tech stuff, though, I mean, with the Apple Vision Pro and the Meta Quest 3 coming out this last year, I would definitely go to some of the XR stuff.
Yeah.
The extended reality. As a designer and as a I guess a tech professional for almost 12 years, it's I would be very interested to see what they're doing with the XR. And also anything to do with AI, basically at this point, just because that is a huge topic right now. So, and then we also we have some interesting things about space this year too, with NASA coming in town and doing some. I don't know if they were presentations or if they were events, but NASA has a few things going on with space.
That's dope.
So I'd be really interested to see what's going on with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the XR thing, one of the exhibitions, because there's going to be 3 apparently, but one of them is this XR experience, and that's from March 10th to the 12th, every day from 11 to 6 at the Fairmont. And so that'll be, I think, a big open floor for you to try a bunch of different XR things.
Oh, sweet. Is that badge or is that open to the public?
I think it's open to the public. I think I'm pretty sure all the exhibitions are open to the public. I mean, that's how it's been in the past, as far as I can remember.
That's fair. I was gonna chime in on the exhibitions and the experiences, what Slack does, Porsche does one. All the big companies do one. You just show up, you do your little walkthrough, you take a photo in front of a sports car.
Right.
I got to do the VR racing kit. For Porsche, which was really dope. I think I got to do it. I don't remember. I was drinking at that point, but it was in the second half of the day.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyway, look, you just walk down South Congress in downtown, and they have all these experiences, installations. I'm going to call them.
Yeah.
Right. These companies go all they all in. They build these artificial buildings, and their installations. And it's a full walkthrough. Slack had a really cool one. And a few other companies fucking Snapchat did one, Twitter or X. Yeah. Twitter did one, but when it was Twitter, who knows if X is going to do it? With Elon Musk.
That's an interesting question, because he is here.
He is here.
Figure they want to have some kind of presence in South.
Think Tesla's going to do something? Tesla or SpaceX?
I don't know.
I'd see Tesla over SpaceX. I think SpaceX is in their own pocket, even with all the NASA stuff going on. I could see them being we got our own thing.
No, dude, we parallel parked a rocket. We don't need to do South.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah,
we're all right. We've already proven ourselves.
Yeah. One year there was Los Pollos Hermanos from Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
they had a pop up and
So there's a lot of interesting
curly fries. Stuff. I will say that. I wanted the good chicken, but all they had was curly fries. But during the pandemic, I got to order Pollos Hermanos DoorDash in LA, and I got it was like a bullshit like pop-up thing.
I really?
How was
So
it?
that was like a makeup. Like I never thought I'd get a makeup for Los Pollos Hermanos. It was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of delivery fried chicken.
Yeah.
That's okay.
It was good. Yeah, I used to like.
It wasn't
chicken
Popeyes, you know.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
well.
no,
What is?
It wasn't
yeah.
Popeyes.
What is?
What
Yeah.
is?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff like that. Was there anything that you saw that? I mean, there's like a million things, right? And like those will be on like the spreadsheets, and also like you could see them at like Rainy and stuff like that. Did you see anything that you want to go?
Oh yeah,
to?
Rainy Street. Yeah, Rainy Street has a lot of great shows and installations. I think, as I called them. Some of them are locked to badges, but some of them are open to the public, like for certain hours as well. Mm-hmm. Like during the day, they'll be open to the public, but at night they have like their own private parties. Like they have their own private company parties. Like Twitter did one, Snapchat did one, Facebook had one, or was it Meta at that point, or was it, I don't know. It was might have been Facebook. Rainy was fun because they turned a lot of the old houses into like installations, which is really cool. Again, they build these like artificial buildings, so you can basically like if you're just in town for like this few days this week and you don't have a badge, you can just walk around Rainy Street, you can walk around Congress, you can walk around
East 6th.
East 6th specifically. Yeah. So like where we live on the east side, like you like not even joking, like going back to what my buddy Justin said, like you walk from our place, which is towards the end of East 6th, all the way down downtown, every single bar has a band playing.
Yep.
Every single bar has a stage.
Yep.
And they're all open to the public, and it's fucking incredible.
Yep.
And honestly, you roam the streets, you won't even make it to downtown because something will stop you. I'll never forget this. My first year, it's at night, it's a little cold. They had this pop-up music thing. I can't even tell you where the fuck it was. It was on the east side somewhere. It was like this, again, artificial like building they just put up in like this empty lot. And giant LED TVs, bright as shit. They had fucking blind you walking in.
Is it on East 6th?
It was on the east side.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly where it was.
Fair enough.
And it was free to get in. There's no line. We walk in. There's bands playing outside. It's fucking. It's not open bar, but we ended up talking our way into the VIP tent, which is behind the.
Sick.
Behind the stage. And like the makeshift stage, and like we ended up drinking for free for like 2 hours. Like it's
That's legit.
this is just roaming the streets,
Yeah.
going back to our rule of thumb for South by, right? Like just discovering something. Wow, the music sounds really cool. It was like bluegrass and like rock, and it was like really chill, and everyone was really nice, and we stayed there for like 3 hours. So that's just South by.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You also had a couple of things from the conference kind of you might want to talk about, right? Like
Well, yeah. So you were saying one of the big things to hit was the XR stuff. And they have a lot of cool stuff there. Lately, I've been really into how film and VR can kind of meet in the middle. Because it's something that's not really tapped into, but it's expensive to do.
Yeah.
It's expensive to, like, get into. And also, like, from a consumer standpoint, like, do I want to buy that just to watch a movie?
Yeah.
And how long can you make the movie for? But they have a lot of cool stuff at the XR showcase.
Yeah.
That I'm really excited
Around
about.
film in particular.
Yeah, so it's just like VR short films that might be animated or this or that, but sometimes
That's cool.
they are live action. So there's stuff that I'm excited for
Yeah.
that is there. There's a few films. I know you asked us to do like our 5, so I was like trying to rack out my 5 in every
Cool.
category.
Oh, wow.
So I
okay.
had some for that. But yeah, that seems like one of those things that you just go to.
Yeah.
And you can just find something new. But my friend was telling me that he had another friend in the Critics Association who he was telling him that I
Critics
wanted.
Association.
Yeah, the Austin Film Critics Association.
that's
So I have a
cool.
friend in it.
I didn't know that existed, but that's very
Yeah,
cool.
I think every state has one. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, where they vote on the movies for the year, and then they get sent like screener copies of movies. It's a cool little thing. Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. So he had a friend that was in it, and he was telling him that I was going to go because I've been working on a piece about it. And he was like, tell him that he should just be prepared for whatever, because sometimes the shit just doesn't work.
Yeah.
And you'll be sitting there for like 3 hours during press time or whatever, where you're supposed to be waiting for this really cool thing. It doesn't work. And because they want you to see something before you leave, this guy was like, yeah, I went there. And then all of a sudden it was like these K-pop, like teenage girls, but like singing and grinding on my dick. And he's sitting there and he's like, this is so uncomfortable. So he just took off the headset and was like, thank you so much.
Wait, this is
I'm
VR?
sorry.
He's wearing a headset and
Yeah,
doing this
yeah. So he was like, this is weird. Like, I'm married. I don't want this to happen.
Well, because
like,
on the headset, they could show you, like, the K-pop teenage girls, but it could be somebody very different.
So it wasn't like a physical thing.
Oh,
so it was
okay,
all just
right.
like a visual,
That's-
like, they're young.
I was like,
no, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. I don't know what goes down at the Fairmount, but that sounds crazy.
honestly, that's what I was visualizing.
XXXR.
Yeah.
Hey.
Gotta coin that term.
But yeah, you just be prepared if you're gonna do the different experiences, like the XR thing, where like sometimes it might not work, so you
That's
gotta pivot. Yeah.
So they just had like a tech demo up, and it was just this guy's like weird Korean porn.
But there's like so many other things there that it almost made me wonder why was the one that they queued up. You know?
Right. Yep.
I don't know.
It's fair to
I hope
wonder.
that doesn't happen to me. I don't know what I'd do if I was like, well, now I saw the weird porn.
You gotta let us know when it happens.
Yeah. I'll follow up. Yeah.
Good
Check
job,
in with
buddy.
us.
I'll
I
shoot
hope
an
that you
email.
save
Yeah.
that.
Please do.
So, yeah, I highly recommend everybody go to the XR stuff. Also, you know, in the past, because they've been doing VR demos for, I mean, it's been like a decade of like VR in some form or another, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I remember back in the day, I went to a talk with Palmer Luckey, and then what's the guy who's making that Starship game that's never come out? You know what I'm talking about?
Star Citizen?
Yeah.
Oh, Star Citizen
It
came
was-
out though, didn't it?
I think it came out in some sort of like early access.
Oh.
And they're like, well, we're adding more shit. It's just not done yet.
Gotcha. Well, it was like Palmer Luckey. It was that guy, and then it was Cliff Blazinski. I don't know if you remember Cliffy B.
Gears of War.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
Gears of War days. Yeah, but they were talking about VR back in like I want to say like 2010, 2011, and they were like, yeah, we're gonna have omnidirectional treadmills. Everybody's gonna want one.
Yeah. Well,
Have
Disney
you
just
seen
made one.
those?
I did see
Yeah,
the
they're
Disney
cool.
one.
Yo, Disney.
They're cool.
Yo.
It's taken a while, but yeah,
Yeah, I don't know if you can run
it's
at
less
full
of a
speed
joke
on
now.
it yet,
Yeah.
but it's like we're getting there.
Yeah. Have you seen
Right,
the
they're all doing like a
backpacks?
little shuffle, like you know, they're all
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
going to
You
the
can actually
bathroom.
freely walk.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but you have to put some pressure on it, so it's kind of like a weird. You can't just like fully sprint because you'll just run off the mat.
Well, have you seen the vest that you like wear with them sometimes? So if you're playing like a first-person shooter,
Yeah, like an
it'll
impact
like
vest or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. You'll, like,
what is it called?
feel it.
Haptic feedback.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sick. Yeah.
I don't know if I'd ever want to
to
play Battlefield like that, but yeah,
Nah.
cool.
Nah.
I want to get shot. Yeah.
Imagine like the trolling you could do if you knew somebody was like physically feeling.
Oh, I'd be an asshole.
100%.
I'd be an asshole.
100%. I
Yeah.
would even if my own teammate, I'd shoot him in the back.
Yeah.
Like every single time.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
We start the
He's
game,
always
pow!
just getting shot in the butt.
Immediately.
Come on, man.
Immediately.
Don't put on a helmet.
No.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
I would equip the shotgun just because. Get very close to him.
Did we want to say anything else about conferences? Did y'all see any other speakers that y'all were interested in seeing?
There's cool stuff with like the film speakers where they're talking about the making of their movies or just
Yeah.
like filmmaking in general. But
All right, let's
some of
talk
the
about that with the
conferences are
film
cool.
stuff for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. Well, we can talk about that actually, like now. So the other things I wanted to mention, there's two other exhibitions aside from the XR experience. There's the Creative Industries Expo that's on March 10th to the 13th. That'll be at the Convention Center. I think that's going to be one of those things where it's like every South by they have something like that where it's just you walk in the Convention Center and it's just like everybody's there. The Army's there. Staples is there.
Yeah,
You know, they have something. They just want to be part of it.
It's visibility.
It's something to do. It's
Mhm.
free. You might get a pen or something like that.
You, get some
You can
sweet
get some
swag
cool
and shit.
swag.
There's
Yeah,
cooler
yeah.
swag.
No,
with
you
a
give me a
pen, but
hoodie
yeah.
or like a hat. Like
I'll take a tote bag.
a tote bag's
Yeah.
dope. I have so
Yeah,
many.
I'll sell
of
out.
those.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So you Staples tote bag, and then
Maybe a hat.
there's
Yeah, maybe a hat.
Maybe a hat.
yeah, flat stock
maybe some
92.
Staples.
Yeah. Staples brand Staples. Give me that easy button.
Yo,
they
did
used
you know
to do.
Staples has Staples?
That'd be cool if they gave out the easy button.
They should bring it back.
That would be dope,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah, I'd like to see that on somebody's desk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was always fun to press it. We had a teacher
Yeah.
that had one, so
Yeah.
she immediately took it away after like a week. Yeah.
It's a shame. And then the one after Creative Industries Expo is a Flat Stock 92, which is posters. It's like a print making thing, and that's like an expo that you can go, an exhibition you go to from March 13th to the 15th. So those are the main three: the XR experience, the Creative Industries Expo, and then Flat Stock. But then of course we have like the million things that you can RSVP to, that,
Yeah.
you know, are put up around town. There's too many of them to mention, and also like I'm sorry, listener, I didn't do the research on what would be cool to see, but there's probably something. I mean,
There's so
roam
many
the
cool things
streets.
to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, roam the streets. Yeah.
Yeah. Roam the streets with a game plan, though. For the RSVP stuff, you don't want to just be out there because you might waste your time.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yep. So like roam the streets, but like strategically.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Bingo.
sometimes you will find yourself in front of a venue and you'll be like, "What is this?" And they're like, "You just have to RSVP really quick," and then you'll just
pull
do
it up
that.
on your phone.
That's
Yeah.
like a
Yo,
normal
the
thing
Porsche
to
thing.
do.
The Porsche thing. Porsche thing.
Yeah.
Porsche.
Thing. Yeah,
What's
that
up?
was we walk up. It's this big fucking downtown elaborate installation.
Yeah.
Giant opening. They're giving away free booze, and it's like
Perfect.
QR code to RSVP or to register. Boom, like in line. I'm registering. Boom, got
Yeah,
it.
yep.
Like,
yeah.
it was like a little line. Went
That's
pretty
often
quick.
the move. Yeah.
That's it.
You
Yeah,
just
and it was pretty
RSVP
cool.
in
Like
line.
they had like these like I mean I'm not a big social media guy, but like they had these like moments for like people influencers and shit to take photos in front of the sports car.
Sure.
And that's a VR experience.
Yeah.
They're just handing out free booze.
Yeah.
I'm like awesome.
I'll take that. Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah,
You know, dope. And it was a little hot last year, and it was inside, so I'll fucking take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what the weather's going to be like this.
Yeah, look
this
for the
year.
AC.
I didn't look.
Yeah, look out for the AC.
Yeah, look out for the AC.
Yeah.
Look out for the
Yeah,
AC because Austin's pretty.
We're in false spring right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's very short.
It'll get up to like 85, 90 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it could also be cold as shit. You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
My
also-
first
I've
year,
had some cold
first year,
South-bys.
cold as shit. Second year is hot.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's that time.
It's a fucking toss up.
It's the time
I'm
of
glad I
year.
live here. I just go home and change.
Yeah.
Take a shower, take a nap, change, go
I
back
should
out
have
again.
the pants with like the zippers you could just take off.
Or some
the bottoms.
breakaways.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
rip them off.
Yo,
keep going.
don't you have like the
Yeah,
Adidas like
exactly.
fucking the break?
Yeah.
the break- yeah, those.
It's too hot now. Rip your clothes
Rip them off, just toss them.
That was
Perfect.
nice. We all kind of coordinated the hand throw up in there. That was nice.
We should make that into a GIF. Like,
We should actually get some throwaway pants and do that live.
yeah,
Merch.
Yeah,
Merch,
that'd
yeah.
be-
Bon Toms. I'll help you design it. We'll
Say
embroider
Bon
it.
Tom, rip them off,
Rip
and
'em
just say
off.
club across the crotch.
You can get short shorts underneath that say club on the ass.
Oh,
you
do
go.
you like
Yeah.
little Daisy Dukes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ass hanging out.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Little volleyball ones.
I'm already there. I got a pair.
Perfect.
Just gotta like get a little patch.
All right, I want to talk about the film festival.
Sure.
I didn't do very much research on this. Okay, well,
Okay.
actually, let me rephrase this.
Okay.
'Cause I looked through all the films coming out, and
Excuse me.
I didn't recognize most of it, and that's fine. One, I'm just not in this nearly as much as you are, which is why you're here.
Sure.
Partially, but then the other thing is that South by is for like kind of up and coming people, right?
Sure.
Like one of the reasons you go to the music fest or the film festival is just to be exposed to new things. And so, out of those new things, right? Because I know they had like the Ryan Reynolds movie.
Sure.
Is it Ryan Reynolds?
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan
Ryan
Gosling.
Gosling.
Thank you.
Yeah, the fall
Ryan
guy.
Gosling, and that looks like it'll be fun. I was going to see that anyway.
Yeah.
It's not like a South by thing. I've been seeing trailers for
Well, you
that.
might see him around. That's fine.
That is
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the
You never know.
celebrity appearances and
They're
celebrity
around,
interactions.
and they're just
around.
hanging out.
They're
Yeah.
hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go to a bar again, like you might see somebody, meet somebody. It's
Yeah,
pretty
just be cool.
Just be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just be
don't
Yeah.
be don't be a dick. Just
Yeah.
be like
We
just be
know
cool.
multiple people who've seen Shane Gillis around here.
Yeah.
Like in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Shit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met Lamar Morris and took a photo with him like randomly in Devil May Care Underground.
Oh, that's
Like,
cool.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome. He was super cool.
I don't have a cool guy like that. Well, he's kind of cool. I met this director at a bar during Fantastic Fest. I was having a shit day, and he called me a curmudgeon, and I was like, I'm going to take that lightly.
That's great.
That was nice of you. Well, it depends on who you ask. It's great. I don't know. He kept buying me drinks, so clearly he liked the
That's
curmudgeon.
cool. Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
take it. Yeah.
Makes sense.
That's
Director,
great.
he must work with curmudgeons all the time.
I would
imagine.
think so. He's a documentary guy.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
okay.
he made it was called Tickled on HBO. It was about
Oh,
the
man.
underground
Yeah.
world of competitive tickling.
That's great. That must have been an interesting guy to talk to.
Yeah. No, man, I hope he doesn't see that. Yeah, he was cool. He was cool. And if I see him again, I hope he buys me another drink. Yeah.
Gotta buy him another drink when you see
That
him.
is a.
Well,
that
we
is
were
such a
going
funny-
round for round. So, yeah, it's even. David, I hope it's fair. I hope it's even.
I love it.
But, yeah, no, the film festival. So there's a lot of cool stuff happening. So you were like, yeah, the big stuff's going to be there, right? I took notes on all the stuff that I was excited for. So
Awesome.
hold on. I'll just read through that real quick. If I can get through that. Yeah. So the big stuff that's going is like The Fall Guy, Monkey Man, Roadhouse, Civil War.
Oh, Monkey Man looks dope.
It looks
actually. I wanna
sick.
see that
Yeah,
one.
I'm glad
I
that they
forgot about
announced that it was going to be there. I'm going
Yeah.
to fight somebody to get a ticket.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, that's cool.
You're gonna monkey man somebody to get a ticket.
I'll climb on
Fucking
something.
John
Yeah.
Wick. John Wick that shit
Yeah.
with a pencil.
Yeah, be fast, be quick, be efficient, Roadhouse. Those are all like the big things that
Oh,
are
yeah,
gonna be
Roadhouse.
there.
Roadhouse actually look. I don't know
It
how you
looks
guys.
sick.
It looks good,
It looks
right?
awesome.
Yeah,
when
and
I
I
saw
love Jake
McGregor, I was
Gyllenhaal.
like, let's go.
I was surprised Conor McGregor was allowed to play like the heel, like he was going to be like
Yeah.
the bad guy.
I
that,
think
like,
he'll be a good
was gonna
heavy.
lose. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess, I
think
guess
he
you
will
have
be
to
good
have
in this.
somebody who's like who would be like in real life, like of fucking like fist to fist, like
Yeah.
like
Well,
Yeah.
you can't
Yeah.
you can't put like Randy Savage in there anymore, right? You can't put The Rock in there anymore. Like,
wish.
these guys. I mean, yeah, like a lot
Rock
of those
would be
guys who
comical,
you would
like-
just have
He's too
actual
much of a
careers
family
now.
guy.
Yeah. I mean, I fucking love The Rock, but like, I wouldn't take the movie seriously. That seriously.
If he
Right.
pulled
Well,
up,
he's not that
yeah.
guy.
It's not him in
anymore.
Walking Tall. Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
loved Walking
Walking
Tall.
Tall was
What
great.
an underrated fucking
So
film,
good,
dude.
So
God
good.
damn it.
So good.
I'm going home to watch that tonight.
I was
Buffalo
sorting
chicken.
DVDs at this job I got right now, and there was like 4 or 5 Walking Tall movies. I
Nice.
didn't know it was a remake, so I was like, well, now I got to go watch Walking Tall 1, 2, 3, the final chapter, and then I got to watch the remake, and then I got to watch the sequel that exists. Did you know that there was one?
With The
I
Rock?
had no idea.
Not with The Rock, straight to
Okay.
DVD, but yeah, there's a sequel to The Rock's Walking Tall without The Rock.
Who played The Rock?
Man, I was just looking at the disc. I don't know. So that'll be a mystery. I'll find out. We'll find out. Maybe instead of watching Walking Tall 1, you throw on 2 and figure it out.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that. I don't want my night
Me
ruined,
neither.
you know?
Well, yeah, it could be ass.
It could be
Yeah,
real, it could be
yeah.
ass, and then I'll be like, "Fuck!" Now I gotta watch the first one. It's 4 hours later.
That's a long night. But yeah, no, there's cool stuff coming like to the film festival. You got movies like Y2K, who Kyle Mooney used to be a YouTuber, and then he was on SNL. He's directing it, and if it's anything like his YouTube stuff or the stuff that he's directed for SNL and written, it's going to be funny. So
Yeah,
you can
okay.
promise it'll be funny. You got other movies like We're All Gonna Die, which is another YouTuber, Freddie Wong, who used to do a lot of like VFX stuff on YouTube and kind of showing you like it's easy to do.
Oh yeah, he did
Rocket Jump.
Yeah. Oh no.
And he did Video Game High School.
Okay.
So now he's doing a full-fledged movie, and he's co-directing it with a guy named Matt Arnold. So that'll be
Okay.
cool. I'm excited
Yeah.
to see what they churn out there.
Do you know anything about the premise of that one?
No, but that's also the thing is that
I'll
like
see it anyway.
there are directors that are gonna be there that make me sit there and go like, I don't need to know necessarily.
Yeah,
It just
for
sounds
sure.
cool for me, and that's probably I should have came a little bit more equipped to
No,
be like,
that's
well, you
fine.
should check out this movie because. But yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah.
The descriptions are there online if you want to check it out. All right.
Cool.
There's other movies like Sing Sing, which is about the prison and like a group of prisoners that like sang, and that's got Coleman
wow.
Domingo. If you ever watched, he was recently in The Color Purple. He played Harpo. No, he wasn't Harpo. He was Mister. But he's in Euphoria, the older
Okay.
black guy that Rue talks to,
Okay.
and he's like her AA mentor.
Gotcha.
He's going to be in it. He's a great actor. That's
Cool.
a movie that immediately I'm like, yeah, I don't know the director, but I want to see it.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And it's just filled with that. I saw the TV Glow, Jane Schoenberg. That's a movie that's picking up some steam. A24's
Okay.
back in it, pretty full hog. It did great at Sundance. It's doing great here and there or where people have seen it. Something to be excited about. And these
Yeah.
are smaller movies that like might, well, that one's a little bit bigger and it has some buzz behind it.
Who's that director again?
Jane Schoenberg. So she did a movie, or Sean Braun, something like that. I'm
Okay.
sorry, Jane. But yeah, she did a movie back in 2020 called "We're All Going to the World's Fair," and if I remember correctly, it was that weird 2020 South by year where they did stuff that you could rent online. I think that's how I saw it.
Interesting.
Was that I paid like $20 to watch it online.
Okay.
So I got to watch it in Indiana without even actually being at South by, but they've always had good movies for South by, right? So she did a movie. It's kind of like a lo-fi horror thing, or that one was, and it's all about like the dark side of the internet, right? And it's all shot from the perspective of a laptop camera.
Oh wow.
And it's just this girl in her room.
So it's really voyeuristic.
Yeah, playing this game,
Yeah.
and then it steps outside of it a bit, but even then, that's handheld too, right?
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's fun. The movie was pretty good, but this one seems to be even better. It's got Justice Smith, who was in The Get Down and Detective Pikachu.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's got big people this time around.
Gotcha.
She's got that going on. There's a movie called Grand Theft Hamlet about people putting on, like, Hamlet in Grand Theft Auto 5.
That's cool.
Online. Yeah.
I like that.
It's
Nice.
cool.
They're
yeah.
like kind of like these role play server guys and
Yeah,
Twitch,
exactly.
those kind of guys
Yep.
doing it.
Yep.
Oh,
but
that's
they're
dope.
trying to put on like a theatrical production of
In
Hamlet
Grand
in
Theft Auto.
GTA 5, and that's a documentary. People did this. Yeah.
That's cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'd fucking watch that.
It
Yeah.
sounds cool,
Sounds cool
right?
as shit, yeah.
There's the Movie Pass thing, which kind of ties into the tech side of things. Where years ago,
It's
I
a
don't know
movie
if you-
about Movie Pass.
It's a
you're talking
documentary about
Yeah.
Movie Pass, and Movie Pass has come back recently, but I don't know if it's doing.
I remember that was a
well.
big thing, and I was like
It was
I have
great.
friends
Was that
who
the AMC Movie Pass, or was that
So
the...
it was the thing
like an
that
app.
kicked off all of that. You got a card. I might still have my card, actually.
Really?
It's gonna be embarrassing if I don't. But yeah, no, you got a card and you just went to the movies. Movie theaters teamed up with this program, and you just went to the movies. And certain theaters were. I'm not gonna look for it.
Yeah, this was before the Alamo had their own program for that.
It kind of led the way
Yeah.
where everyone wanted to not constantly have to pay $20 to go to the movies, right?
Right.
You pay it once a month, the
Right.
theaters are on board. But that type of thing isn't sustainable.
Why did it fail?
Because it wasn't sustainable. Theaters got tired of people just coming up there with Movie Pass and being
Yeah.
like, yeah, pay for Movie Pass, and they weren't getting a cut of it.
Yeah.
So they were like, this sucks.
Yeah.
We're not getting anything from it. They're coming in there. They might buy concessions, which is where theaters make the money, right?
Did they all just pull out? Is that why it
A
failed?
lot of them did. Well, they started
Yeah.
to think, why don't we just do
Let's
it
do-
for
yeah, yeah,
ourselves,
that makes
right?
sense, yeah.
And we can do it for the exact same price, and we can make the money off of it because movies don't, or the theaters don't necessarily make that much money off the ticket.
Yeah, I
But
subscribe
if
to
you
the
have the
Alamo
thing,
one.
exactly,
Yeah.
then
They
they're
make a bunch
making the money off the ticket.
And the concessions, of course.
Well, they make way more on the
Yeah,
concessions
yeah,
at the
for
Alamo.
sure.
I can't go there without spending like at least $40.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's real.
But yeah, there's good movies playing. Dee Dee, Freaknik. I don't know if you know about Freaknik. It was a concert in the early 2000s, maybe late 90s, but it was like the hip hop festival, right? But it
Okay.
was also like Woodstock 99 of like black music.
Interesting.
And it's
So it was
really
wild,
cool.
And it was
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
wild. People were in the streets just doing whatever.
yeah.
Don't do that on the
Roaming.
streets around here. They were roaming, all right. I'll tell you that. But yeah, that was just going down at this big event, and someone is finally making a documentary about it. That's not like a YouTube
Cool.
thing.
Yeah.
So it looks really good. I'm excited for that because I've talked to my mom about that, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I know about Freaknik." And she'll just leave it right there. Where I'm like, Jesus, okay.
Yo,
so
your mom
Freaknik-
sounds like a fucking
My mom's
baller, dude.
awesome. Yeah, she's cool.
Yo.
She's cool. I remember when
I'm
that
not
want
gonna
a part
talk
of
about
your
Freaknik.
mom.
I'm
She's
not gonna
great.
talk about Mardi Gras.
Right.
Got some fucking
She doesn't want to get
stories.
into it. I think if you get her there, she recently started like.
We need to have her on the podcast. Give her some of these tequila shots.
Oh, she would open up like a book. I think she'd play it tough, and then she'd be like, "You know what? You guys are good guys.
Yeah.
You guys are good
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
A few moments later.
yeah."
Shout
right.
out to Blake's mom.
Yeah, shout out. I love you, Mom. She's gonna see it at some point.
Nice.
I actually told her I was like, I think I'm doing a podcast, and she was like, "Send me that. I'm sending it to my coworkers."
Awesome.
And I was
Thanks,
like,
Mom.
"Oh man,
Awesome.
cool. I hope I say the right things."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far, so good. All right, so we have Freaknik. Was there anything else on your list that you want to talk about?
There's a movie called Dee Dee, directed by Sean Wang, and it looks like a family story. It's going to be pretty good. I don't know.
What else
about-
has Sean Wang done?
I don't know.
Okay.
I want to say this is the first thing that I'm aware of from it.
Okay.
But everything that I've heard about it looks really like nice and just a movie that only gets made on an indie sphere because
Yeah, right.
when a studio starts to interfere, it gets a little bit too big, right?
Okay.
The money's in too many places. They can't really account for a lot of things that are happening.
Gotcha.
So they want to be able to account for everything. Where if not too many people are watching what you're doing, you can get away with a lot more.
Yeah.
And then I think the last one that I had written down was Sasquatch Sunset, which is I think is it Riley Keough? I hope it's Riley Keough. I hope I didn't get that wrong. But I know it's Jesse Eisenberg, and they play Sasquatches.
Oh, really?
They're in full costume, locked into being Sasquatches. I
That's
think the
awesome.
movie is subtitled because they speak in Sasquatch.
They just grunt. And
Yeah.
stuff.
But it's like supposedly a really loving story about these
just hanging out
Sasquatches
in the
just
woods?
living life.
Just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
all the time, just evading people.
Yeah.
And trying not to get their pictures taken.
Yeah, like
Which
laughing
sounds
at
great.
humans, like
Yeah.
trying to get a photo, and like, whoa.
I can't wait to see him pull it off, right?
Yeah.
Like that's a movie that like you can't say you'll see anywhere else. Oh, I mean, it's coming out soon, so
Yeah,
you'll see it in
but still,
places.
yeah,
but
yeah.
like, it did great at Sundance, And
Oh,
I hope
cool.
it hits here too.
What's it called again?
Sasquatch Sunset.
It's really,
Sasquatch.
sounds like a really romantic
I'm so
title.
into
Right,
Like, yeah.
right. But it sounds like fun. So
Yeah.
there's like cool stuff coming for the film section. And like I was mentioning earlier, Hyperreal is doing their own event. Did you want me to talk about that?
Please, I would love
it's
you to. Yeah,
So
yeah.
So I'm a part of Hyperreal Film Club. It's a local Austin-based like film club. It started
put
up
on
in
a lot of cool
2016.
events. Yeah.
They got some cool shit. Just
And you've blown up like crazy.
Yeah, we're everywhere almost. It's really cool to be a part of and just watch it go down, right? Like yesterday, they let me present Double Team, the
Cool.
Dennis Rodman movie with
Nice.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
That's dope, dude.
Yeah,
Hang
check it
on,
out.
hang on a
What's
second.
up?
I'm
What's
sorry.
up?
Did you just say what I think you just said?
Dennis Rodman,
And
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
shut the fuck up.
Watch it right now. You can
Yeah, I've
find
never
it.
seen
on,
that.
It's on YouTube.
That sounds.
It's
Bro,
on YouTube.
okay.
I'll email you. I'll email out some
I
links.
expect an
Yeah.
email again.
Yeah,
Who
I'll
directed
email it.
that
Yeah.
one?
I need to see this.
It's this Chinese director named Choi Hark.
Okay.
And it was his first English language action film, right? And he's
Yeah.
done a bunch of other movies in Chinese, but this one was really cool because you can watch a movie and know that a director that doesn't necessarily speak the language of English, right?
Yeah,
they speak
yeah.
the language of film still. So they're just doing it, right? And
Yeah.
they're going through the paces and being like, no, Dennis Rodman can make as many like stupid basketball puns as he wants to.
Yeah.
That does not matter. As long as we're sitting here, you're going to watch it and you're going to be like, yeah, make the basketball puns, but everything I need to know is being done visually.
Yeah. Salute, everybody.
Salute.
Perfect.
Also, if I'm talking too long, please just tell me, like, please
No, this is
wrap it up.
this is
Dude, you're doing
perfect.
great,
Yeah.
Box in the
I
background.
expect a very detailed
How are we doing on
Excel
time, by the
spreadsheet
way?
of these movies.
We're in hour 10? Oh, okay. I mean, some of this is going to be cut for sure.
Sure. Okay,
You know,
cool.
people walking in and out and stuff.
Right.
But that's good. We're doing good. That just close the loop on that. That movie, what's it called again?
Sasquatch Sunset.
No, the one that you
Jean-Claude
presented with
Van Damme,
Jean-Claude
Dennis
Van
Double
Rodman.
Team. Double
Did that
Team.
come
Yeah.
out after or before the Jean-Claude John Woo movie? Hard, was it Hard?
Was he in a
not
hard?
Contact.
Not Hard Boiled.
Hard Target.
Yeah,
Hard
the one with
Target.
the arrow on the poster.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
green
yeah.
and
It's in
blue.
Louisiana,
Yeah. I couldn't give you. I think Double Team. I want to say was 96, 96 or 97.
It sounds like it's around.
So
the
it would have
same
been
time,
around
yeah.
the same time.
Yeah.
Well, if he was in it, then it was all around the same time. He kind
Yeah,
of like
right,
stacked the
right.
deck for his big movies, right?
Okay. Huh.
But yeah, I got to present that with Hyperreal on Monday, and they're a local film group that is just about Austin filmmakers, right? And just making sure that film is spread throughout Austin.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. We do events at Hotel Vegas. We do events all around the city, but like they do a lot of cool shit. And so they're got
Dude,
something.
Shows at the Paramount too.
Yeah,
which is
they do the
crazy.
Paramount series
Yeah.
for like October and throughout the summer. Yeah, it's so cool. They got
is
so
very
much cool
cool.
shit going on. I have a
Bro,
lot
we
of
need
affinity for
invites
that.
now.
Yeah.
I want,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
make sure it happens.
Please,
yeah,
please.
Yeah,
share it.
we got a showing every Monday almost at Hotel Vegas, and then just the
No
other
kidding.
ones that are around.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yep. So,
How was it
yeah.
watching a movie at Hotel Vegas, by the way?
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is it
it's the
outside or
one place
inside?
where you can. It's outside,
Outside.
but we did do
Okay, cool.
a Halloween party for Scream. What was it, like 2 years ago? And it was on the back patio. That was really fun too.
Gotcha.
But yeah, watching a movie at Hotel Vegas, it's cool. It's
Yeah.
loud. The way you want to watch a movie, loud.
Fuck
Yeah,
The
yeah.
screen's like a little bit shitty because it's on a projector, but that kind of adds to the atmosphere.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you don't go to Hotel Vegas to watch a movie and expect that you're going to the Draft House. You know?
Sure.
Yes.
Do y'all ever do anything with the Draft House, by the way?
So they have their
So
own curators. and
one of
stuff,
our
so-
programmers has done stuff for Weird Wednesday. Morgan
cool.
Hyde. Yeah,
That's dope.
she's done some stuff for Weird Wednesday, and she's done a lot of stuff with him actually at this
Yeah.
point. But yeah, there's crossover all over the city.
Weird
Yeah.
Wednesday, by the way, classic Austin date. If you want to,
Yeah.
if you can bring a girl to Weird Wednesday and she's about it, I think she's a keeper.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They show some weird, well, it's not called Weird Wednesday for no reason.
Yeah.
Actually,
Oh, yeah, they
just
show
learned
some
today
weird
that there's
movies.
a book about it.
Oh, really?
About the origins of like Weird Wednesday and Terror Tuesday.
That's really
Yeah,
cool.
there's like an
I love Terror
expansive book
Tuesday,
on it.
same thing.
Yeah.
Great date. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
You have to be up at like 11 p.m. on a Tuesday, but you know.
Well, it's the same thing for Weird Wednesday.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so we put in an hour of time here. I don't want to spend too much more time.
Yeah, sorry, I was gabbing.
No,
I
you're
was yapping.
good,
All
man. That's
All good.
perfect.
Yeah,
So, was there anything else you want to say about Hyperreal?
That you should come
Check it
out.
Okay.
People should come
Yeah,
out. They should
absolutely.
How
support.
can
We
they
do a
find
lot
you?
of cool shit. At Hyperreal Film Club on Instagram, hyperrealfilm.club. We also have an awesome review site, or it's not a review site anymore. We rebranded recently, the Hyperreal Film Journal now.
Okay.
So
Ooh,
it's
I like that.
a lot of reviews, a lot
Nice.
of articles, just things about cool fucking movies, right?
Let me ask you a film student question.
What's up?
Do you prefer Citizen Kane or Vertigo?
Vertigo, because it's a more interesting movie.
Okay.
Citizen Kane is like a legit movie, right?
Yeah.
They both are, but
Yeah.
Citizen Kane's the one that everyone talks about, so I'm going to go off the beaten path and take
Okay.
Vertigo there,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
also seen them too many times, throw on Moneyball.
Yeah, fair.
I'd rather watch Moneyball. Yeah.
Because those were like the orthodox for like film school, right? They would just be like, yeah, like this is like the best movie ever made.
Well,
Citizen
it's
Kane.
like you
And
go
then it's
through the
kinda shifted a little
IMDb
bit to
top
Vertigo.
250.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
you go, you make your way down your list, so then you can say like, I did that, right?
Yeah,
and
right.
I know film. But then also like, the people that I trust more for like I know film are the guys that are like, have you seen Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance? The shit's cool.
Yeah.
Like that's
Thanks,
the
Nick
movie where I'm like,
Cage.
that's fucking dope because you get bored watching all the other stuff, right?
Yeah,
You're
for
like,
sure.
yeah, I want to see his head on fire. Directed by the guy who did Crank and Crank 2, the two guys. Give
Also,
me that.
great movies.
Great movies.
Yeah.
They make awesome movies.
Yeah. Very entertaining, and that's supposed to be like a movie's supposed to be entertaining.
Right.
That's what you go for. You want to
Yeah.
go for like the sad stuff. You want to go to feel stuff. What's Nicole Kidman saying? We go here to like heartbreak feels good in a place like this. I don't know it. I should know it. It seems like that's the film people Bible right now. Is
What
like
is?
the AMC Nicole Kidman commercial.
Oh, I don't know if I've seen that.
Okay, well, go to an AMC if it's still playing. See it
Okay.
once in your life, and then you're gonna hate it the rest of your
Oh,
time.
okay,
You're-
okay.
Okay, it seems like people like it. I don't care
Yeah.
for it much. I wish they'd get rid of it. But
I
yeah,
I mean, sometimes heartbreak's good in a movie, though. I really liked Iron Claw. That was a movie that, like, I don't think anybody had like a dry eye in that movie.
no,
by the
it's
end of
over,
it.
and you feel bad about
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah. It's
I love those movies.
yeah.
It was great.
It was.
I just
it
wanna
still
feel
managed to
bad
be
about myself
entertaining. You get like a
afterwards.
guy doing a Ric Flair impression.
Yep.
You
That's
can't really-
bad. It's a bad Ric Flair.
A lot of people didn't like it.
Yeah.
I'm not a big wrestling guy, so I don't have a good judge of that.
It's
but,
a bad Ric
but
Flair.
it's
But
a
also,
fun watch. It's a
Yeah.
fun thing to watch him do.
how often is Tom Sawyer in a movie? Like, I love Rush, probably my favorite band, but like,
Yeah.
how often do you hear Tom Sawyer?
That
in a movie?
became one of the tracks in my gym rotation.
It's a
for
workout
sure.
song.
It is now.
Yeah, yeah. Moving pictures.
For sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Hyperreal. We're around. Find us there online.
And
on
you're
the
doing
web.
something for South by.
Yeah, we're doing something
Yeah.
for South by. We're covering it first and foremost for the Film Journal.
Great.
So yeah, I was able to get a badge. Going back to the badge thing, I was able to get a badge
I was
through
gonna.
press.
Yeah, I was about to ask you, how are you spending your South by time? Like,
Watching
are you just
movies.
taking off days,
Watching
and
well,
all day long? Because
yeah.
movies, like you're sitting for hours and hours.
Yeah.
in film festival.
I'm bringing the inflatable like pregnancy donut. I'm gonna sit down on it. If it's at the Paramount, the seats aren't too comfy sometimes, right? If I'm there all
those are little
day,
seats.
I got to prep, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm gonna spend it watching movies, writing down stuff, laptop on my back, typing it out, and then after
go.
all the movies are done, I'm gonna go find some shows to go to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's perfect.
Fuck yeah.
That's a perfect way
find
to
some
spend South
shows,
by.
drink a little, have a good time.
Maybe a lot.
roam the street, maybe a lot.
Maybe a lot.
Just run the
Roam
streets.
From the
Roam the
streets.
streets.
Strategically.
Roam the streets
Yeah.
strategically.
Strategically.
Yeah,
Strategic
my strategy
roaming.
is
Not
type
aimless.
a lot.
Yeah.
And then roam the streets non-strategically. where I'm like, I
Non-strategic.
need a break.
Aimlessly.
Like, I'm tired of strategy.
So yeah, music. We can talk music, and I don't have too much to say about that. We're getting into the end here. As I was saying about movies, like one of the reasons you go to South by is to find stuff that you've never heard about before. If you do know a band that's coming into town, really the move is to like try to find their shows and just be surprised by the other bands that are playing, on their bill.
Yeah.
And they'll either play as part of South by, or they might play as like a like a house show, or like somebody's side thing. A lot of bands, maybe even most bands who come into town do that. They'll play
Yeah.
official South by stuff, and then they'll also play at some co-op in West
Yeah.
Campus or something like that.
Well, do you remember last year when Boy Genius played the airport?
No.
Yeah,
At
they
the
just-
airport?
Yeah, they just set up a stage near the luggage area.
Are you
That's
serious?
crazy.
Baggage-
Inside?
Yeah, and they just played. No one knew that they were going. I just remember getting texts like, "Boy Genius was at the airport," and I was like, "I'm not going to the fucking airport."
You know, again,
I want to see him, but I'm not going to the
I
airport.
don't have to deal
for
with
a
Homeland
show.
Security to see Boy Genius.
That's what I
today.
was wondering. It seems too like complicated.
I get, you know, I guess going back to that like original statement about like everywhere sets up fucking like stages for bands to play. Like the
Yeah.
airport is not safe, so like, I mean, you know, or it's on the docket.
Yep.
Like it is ripe for a fucking stage. There's
Yep.
space there.
There
You got
are
people,
stages at the airport.
You got people
Yeah.
traveling in. Why not?
Yep.
That is
Right.
that is a
Yep.
very Austin thing to do. I feel, or it's an Austin government thing to do. It's South by Southwest. You're coming in out of wherever you're coming
Yeah,
from.
there's music fucking
everywhere.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
second you're off the plane.
The second, literally.
Yeah.
And when you're getting on it, there's fucking music.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was gonna add to your statement, man, about seeing the other bands on the roster and
Yeah.
but like also supporting them too, because a lot of them, if not all of them, don't get paid for South by, which is I find
yeah.
wild. But they're here to promote themselves. They're here to, you know,
Yeah.
get a chance to play in front of, you know,
When
thousands.
they come
of
here, they
fucking
work
people.
hard and they sleep in a van.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Buy
like,
a t-shirt.
Yeah, buy
Yeah,
a fucking
yeah.
t-shirt.
Buy a
Follow them on
t-shirt.
Spotify.
Yeah.
Listen to their fucking music. Like support the band.
Yep.
You know, whoever, if you like them.
Yeah.
If you don't like them, fuck off. I don't know.
Well, there's so many bands here that it'll be near impossible to find something that you don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude,
Love,
so
you
many.
know?
And not just bands, just music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, all different types
Yep.
of fucking genres will be here.
I mean, we've brought it up a little bit already, but like Hotel Vegas, they're doing something I think every day from like the 7th to the 17th.
Yeah.
Which is nuts. And
Yeah.
it's like the 7th is their 13th year anniversary party. So that
Are
will
we
be
going to
coming up
Vegas?
just a few days. Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, of course. Yeah, we'll go to Vegas.
You know, they say, right? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Stays right
happens in
there.
Vegas and New Orleans.
Thank God.
And,
Thank God it's down the fucking street, though.
Yeah.
Hotel Vegas.
yeah, well, that's what makes it easy. Yeah, it's just down the street from us, and just go and maybe on your lunch break or something, you're like, oh, I'm just watching a Japanese all-girl hardcore band. That's great.
They're going all
Yeah.
day too.
And then never
go
yeah,
back to
you
work.
could do that.
Yeah, you see a lot of cool, and it's free, which is insane.
Yep.
Oh, they're not charging this year?
Well, I mean, when I went last year, it was free. I mean, there might, I don't know. Don't take my word at that.
I think after a certain time, it's not free. But if you're
Okay.
in the building, you're good.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I mean,
uh,
or at least that's how it was last year.
Even then, it's still like the cover isn't that.
No, $10.
Yeah, $10. So like
you might have to
don't
find an
use
ATM because I think cash is king when it comes to like getting
Oh,
into some of
yeah.
these
The
smaller
Point is, you don't need a
places,
badge
but-
or a wristband to get into these Vegas
Right.
shows.
Yeah.
At least.
And kind of just going back to roaming the streets, just like you'll find some shit
Yeah.
to go to.
I guess, yeah, so I wanted to go over really quick. I did look up the bands, and I didn't know, like, any of them. And that's my fault because I'm old. I made the mistake of getting old and not following music anymore. You know, I used to follow music
dare
like
you.
you follow film.
Sure.
I used to write for a metal blog, and
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm just not like that anymore. Yeah,
Which
I used to DJ for KVRX also.
Oh,
the
sick.
student radio station.
Bro,
yeah.
you didn't get old, man. Your priorities just changed.
Shifted,
Yeah,
yeah.
shifted.
It's the same.
You became an
thing.
adult.
That's,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's
Well,
not
well, I
getting
got- yeah.
old.
Way of
You're
saying
just
I got
living
old.
it.
No,
Yeah,
right.
no,
It's
you're
a
just
nicer way of
living
saying
it.
you
You're
got
just
old,
living
yeah.
it.
Yeah, but the bands that here's the short list of the bands that I recognize. You ready?
'Kay.
The Black Keys.
Sure.
I saw them in high school. Bootsy Collins.
Yep.
He's been around forever. Vaporwave. They're a vaporwave band. Do y'all know what vaporwave is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Macintosh Plus.
Yeah, exactly. So he's Vaporwave's classic, and that was it. It was just those three things out of like 500 bands. I didn't know any of them.
The other 500 you didn't know?
Nope, I didn't know.
Well, it's so
I didn't
many
know any of
smaller
them.
ones.
That-
Because,
yeah.
yeah, when I was looking
They're
at
here
it
to
too,
promote
I had a
themselves.
little bit of the same
I
problem.
remember back in the day, I could see Odd Future at South by Southwest. That was awesome.
But that was when they were
That was so
smaller,
sick.
right?
Yeah.
Freddie Gibbs was there
Yeah.
back
Oh,
in the
yeah,
day. I was
yeah.
like, I wish I could have went to a Freddie Gibbs show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really wish I could remember this band that we saw on Rainy Street at what's Clive's on Rainy. Clive's.
I'll take your word for it. Yeah. Clive.
It's like a 3-story bar. It's pretty. It's in Rainy's like not the same, but it is what it is. That venue's pretty dope though. Like three different stories. It's pretty cool. Found a band. Literally, they kicked ass. We were fucking front row. Basically sponsored by Doc Martens to be there. Like they're all wearing Doc Martens.
They
boots.
always do that.
Yep. And they
Yeah, I
had
know
Doc
exactly what you're
Martens
talking
across the
about.
fucking
Yeah.
banner, and they headlined the show, and they fucking kicked ass. And I shit you not, man, they're walking down the back alley behind Rainy Street, going back to their van or wherever they're fucking going to. And like we ended up
You
like
robbed them.
What?
You robbed them. You
yeah,
took all their
100%
stuff.
just
Yeah.
fucking robbed.
Hands
Stalked
in
them
the
for about half
sky.
a mile and fucking
Yeah.
robbed them, out of sight.
Run the dock.
No, my buddy chased them down for like he actually got their set list and they signed the set
sick.
list. It was pretty cool. Yeah. But I really wish I could remember. I mean, we'll put it in the notes for the show.
Okay,
when I
yeah.
find it.
Tell me
yeah,
when you
so we
find
can
out.
promote them.
Also, Doc Martin will be doing stuff at like the Domain because they got the Doc Martin store.
That's
I
right.
remember
That's
last
right.
year
Interesting.
they did it at the Domain. Like you said, it goes
That's pretty
all
far out.
across the
Yeah.
city.
It's the scale of it's fucking
Yeah,
huge. Yeah,
it's
the
the
airport
city.
to the Domain to fucking downtown to
Right.
the east side. Like it's huge.
It's a
Awesome.
straight shot for all of it, right, on the highway. But like you're
Yeah.
getting so much cool shit throughout the city.
Yeah.
Roam the streets. Roam the Domain, maybe. Maybe roam the Domain.
Maybe.
Depends.
Maybe.
Don't go to Kung Fu. No.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Cut it out.
Yeah.
We're gonna cut that out.
The one thing I saw on there that looked interesting that I don't know anything about is Yogetsu Akasaka, the beatboxing Buddhist monk. I just thought that sounded cool.
That
I just
sounds
wanted
sick.
to bring that up. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, you tell me there's a
Beatboxing.
beatboxing Buddhist monk, and I'm in.
Yeah.
Yogetsu Akasaka, the beatboxing Buddhist monk.
Yo, is this
Yeah.
accessible? Is this free?
I have no idea. He's
I want-
he's on the list for South by, so he's out there. Find him, go and see him.
Yeah, we should go to that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm down. I found a list of rising stars for South by Southwest. They put together like a list of kind of like up and coming acts, and I listened to them on Spotify
great.
yesterday.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good stuff. I'll post that in the show notes. I'm not going to get into who that was. They also did an official South by Southwest playlist, but it's like 60 hours long.
sick.
And it's got, I think, a song from like every band. It's on Spotify. Yeah.
Nice.
I did want to mention a few of the off-track stuff, and y'all can contribute to this, but I already brought up Hotel Vegas. They're going to have a lot of good stuff. I do recommend that. Really good day parties. They always have fun bands. The lineup's always good. They have good bookers at Hotel Vegas. Outer Heaven is doing 3 shows, March 14th to 16th. That's Thursday through Saturday. We just interviewed Outer Heaven. That episode hasn't premiered yet, but I'm looking forward to putting that one out.
I was there last night.
Oh, yeah, were you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah.
Yo,
Did
if you're
2
in town,
karaoke songs.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What'd you do? Yeah, you were there on a Monday. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
karaoke. Okay,
Yeah.
who'd you
It
sing?
was Night Changes by. I was with someone. I didn't know the person. I met her at the bar.
Cool.
And then
At Outer Heaven?
yeah. She
Nice.
needed some. Her friends didn't want to sing with her. And so
Okay.
she was like, "Yeah, will you?" And I was
Lame
like, "Yeah,
friends.
sure." So we did
Cool guy.
One Direction, Night Changes, and then we did Natasha Bedingfield.
Wonderful.
Because she was going through the list, and I was like, I watched so much of The Hills back in the day, so I know that song like nothing.
that.
Yeah,
That's a good time at Outer Heaven. Yeah, it's their karaoke bar most of the time. And
Yeah,
it's a dance
sick.
club on the
Yeah.
weekends.
Yeah. Just to promote them real quick, if you're in town, you get a chance to go out at night, check out Outer Heaven.
Yeah, if you're
awesome
not from
bar,
here.
and the
Shit.
drinks are cheap.
They are cheap, dude. Yeah,
Like,
I mean, it just
yeah.
reminds me of like a fucking like a old school Austin bar that
Yeah.
just like let's have a good time and have cheap drinks. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for the episode.
Show up.
Episode to come out. So
Run the
they're doing
streets.
something Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thursday on the 14th, there's a band called Portrayal of Guilt. They're
Oh,
kind
shit.
of like a metal band. You know Portrayal of
Yeah.
Guilt? Yeah, they're dope. They're awesome. They're playing
Wait, they're
at
gonna be
Outer
at-
Heaven. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
sick.
Yeah. Ah, that's cool.
Oh,
You're into
let's
that.
go.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that band. I saw them play at Botch. You know Botch? They came into town with I think they played with Fuck Money and Portrayal of Guilt. They're
Great
both
fucking
local
name.
bands.
I think they were at Cheer Up Charlie's last year for something.
You talking about Portrayal of Guilt?
Yeah, I think they were
No
there. It was for South by, but
Okay,
they were
cool.
there with They Are Gutting Body of Water, or they're gutting a body of water.
I don't know that one.
I got the band name wrong, but it's
Okay.
something along those lines. But yeah, they had
That's
a big
awesome.
thing. Yeah.
Friday, it's going to be Flesh of Morning, Mary Madeline.
Oh, wait,
Sculpture
really?
Club.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you
That's-
good.
I know the person that's in that band.
Yeah.
Yeah, she works for the Austin School of Film.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Faiza.
Nice.
She's really.
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
cool. She's cool.
And then there's Saturday, I guess Mary Madeline again, Queen Serene, the Cuckoos, and Houseplants. So yeah, I just wanted to plug the Outer Heaven stuff. Partially because we did a show with an episode with them recently. Partially because these are going to be some really dope shows.
That's gonna be sick. Like
yeah,
I'm actually
yeah.
excited. I'm sorry if I was like hijacking.
No, you're
everything,
totally
but
cool,
I'm
man.
actually
Yeah,
excited
yeah.
for that. Yeah.
And then the other one I wanted to point out was Marshall Funhouse. That's going to be, I think, at the Parish.
Yep.
Resound, local bookers. Those guys, or at least one of them, used to put on Fun Fest here.
Mm-hmm.
They have really good taste. They put on a lot of the good shows around town. So that'll be March 13th to 15th. And again, I'll put all of this in the show notes. But these are the kind of the non-South by things that are. I'm actually not sure about the Marshall Funhouse, how related or not unrelated to South by.
I think it's loosely.
Yeah,
I think they've promoted it on their account. Same
but do you
with
need
like
a
the Rolling
badge to
Stone
get in, or
thing.
can
No,
you use
RSVP.
it with a badge? Okay, that's
RSVP.
what I thought. That's
Yep.
cool.
Yep.
Yeah, and there's the Rolling Stone thing. Can you talk about that at all?
Yeah, so it's at ACL Live at the Moody Theater.
Okay.
The artist that I wrote down that I was excited to see there, it's 4 days or 4 nights, but they always have like a big headliner. So I think I actually ended up writing down the headliner. So night 1 is Tizo Touchdown. He's like pretty big right now. He just was on the Drake album.
Oh,
He's
cool.
been on. He was just on Travis Scott's new album, Utopia.
Nice.
He has his own album out. He's on tour. He's becoming a big deal, right?
Okay, cool.
Good time to see him now.
Yeah, see them now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because he'll be at. He was supposed to come and take it live, sold out, and then they
Okay.
had to move it to Emos. So he's
Oh, wow.
becoming someone,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it's cool that he's going to be here for free.
What's his name again?
Tizo Touchdown.
Tizo
Yep.
Touchdown.
Peso
All right, cool.
Pluma.
Great fucking name.
Huge artist in like almost like, I don't want to call it mariachi, but it's like Spanish music, like Hispanic music. He's great. He'll be
Cool.
there. Caribou is night 1 with Tizo Touchdown. Flo Millie is like night 3 or something.
Okay.
But like she'll be there, and the one that I'm really excited for is Faye Webster's coming. And Faye Webster's great. Check her out. But it's cool that she's just doing a show for free.
Yeah.
Because the last time she was here, this show sold out in minutes. And when I saw her here, she was with Haim beforehand.
Oh, no
so
kidding.
when she comes, the shows sell out.
Okay.
So it'll be cool to just go there and be like, yeah, I'll see her for free.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's rad.
Yep. I actually had the Marshall Funhouse thing written down.
For
Where
music
I was
stuff?
like, I wanted to bring
Okay.
it up. So yeah, I'm glad you mentioned it. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
And Audrey Nuna's coming to a different thing, but I don't remember what the event was. But she will be in town.
Okay.
There's like a lot of cool people that'll be in town. Like Lander
yeah.
Z is crazy name, but they're really
Yeah,
good.
I've
They're
heard
nice
of
guys.
them. I don't know anything about them.
Oh, I saw him before Anamanaguchi at Emos.
Okay, cool.
And like the guys were like, take a picture with us. I didn't even suggest it. I was just
Nice.
like, can you sign this? Like, yeah, sure. And I got a picture with them. It was great. Yeah, good band. Nice
Rad.
guys.
So
Nice
yeah,
people.
that's some of the off-track music stuff. Did you have anything with music that you know anything about?
No.
I didn't expect you to.
Absolutely
or
not.
Ask you
No,
to. Yeah.
again, I looked at that schedule calendar earlier
nuts.
today, and it's
Yeah.
it's nuts how much
Yeah.
stuff there is. And I got through, like, I scrolled a few times. I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna roam the streets strategically.
Another valid
Yep.
strategic roaming. Another valid strategy is to just be like, what's my favorite venue, and just see what they have going on.
100%.
at the
Yeah.
time.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you already like the place, then you'll like what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vegas
Well,
for sure.
There wasn't anything else I really had. I did have an idea. I was wondering, Kasey, if we could get your top tips for getting invited to parties and cool afters.
I'd be interested.
Man, I don't know. Shit just happens. I don't know.
It just happened.
It just happened.
This is the guy who can get a bunch of free drinks at all any of the bars that you go to.
But the thing
You're
is,
good
like,
at talking to everybody, Kasey. We
I
need
never-
your top tips.
I never asked for it. I never asked for this. The shit just happens to me.
Just be Kasey.
I'm just a hyper social person, and I talk to everybody. Like I will spend the time and money and sit at a bar by myself with my dog and get to know the bartenders. And at some point that evolves into friendships, and that evolves into we host events at these bars for happy hours and so on and so forth, and they just take care of us. So like I'm just really grateful for those opportunities. I've been very what's the word?
Fortunate.
Thank you.
Grateful.
I was in this fucking interview on Sunday, and I totally forgot like that word.
Yeah.
Fortunate. I'm very fortunate. But dude, like, I don't know. You just talk to people, you meet people. You like, I like to have fun, obviously, and at some point, I guarantee you, and I'll let you know as soon as it happens. They'll be like, oh yeah, yo, so I can't go today. You want a platinum badge? Somebody will be like, yo, you want a platinum badge? I got an extra one. I'm like, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like, even if you just use it, go sit in front of, or you just go to Empire and you like, I'm in line like last year. Like, I'm in line at Empire. And, I mean, I'm going to talk about this, but hopefully they don't change their policies after I say this. But, you know, the guy on the badge doesn't look anything like me. And the lady scanning the fucking badges for entry, she like looks at it and laughs and scans it, and I go in.
Nice.
Yeah. You know, so
That's
there's
legit.
like it's legit. It's acknowledgement. Again, that guy isn't using his badge currently. You can't just like use like two people can't use the same badge simultaneously. So it's his badge is being used regardless. And those people are locals. They're getting paid for it. They're fucking great. You be real nice to them in line. You're totally fine. But somebody will be like, hey, I got an extra platinum badge. Or they'll be like, yeah, we're doing this thing over at Soho House, or like whatever, you know. I mean, you just build your like professional network up in Austin.
Yeah.
Especially like doing the community events. You get to meet a lot of people. At least once a month when we have events, I get to meet a lot of people. I get like make connections, and then you know, randomly, fucking shit. Last year was Big Boy at Soho House.
Oh, sick.
Yeah,
Yo,
dope.
Dude.
Crazy.
Yo. Couple things. It was in their little record cafe bar downstairs on the first floor, where it's literally just vinyl. And we're like, there's two bars. There's one on each side end of the vinyl booth bar, whatever. And there's the DJs in the center. We're like up against the bar. So number one, bartender's right here. No fucking problem. My buddy who invited me, his buddy was the first DJ up. Big Boy rolls in because he's headliner. Rolls in with his posse, kick my buddy's boy off, and just take over.
No kidding.
Yo, dude, yeah, and he just starts singing singing like most Outkast songs. It was like the most legit.
You can't even be mad at that.
No,
Yeah.
Yo, I think he understood.
Just have to respect it.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I actually think. I think Big Boy.
He's like your liege lord, right?
Yeah.
If rap is feudalism, he's like you're like a little count, and he's like the fucking king.
He's
right?
up
Or like
there,
a
but
duke.
if Andre comes out with that flute, you know, I gotta look a certain way and be like, well,
You know, it all just goes back. I think being successful at like conferences or events like this in any city is just like kind of like getting to know the people and like meeting people and like being out there and getting involved in the community and getting involved in shit and making connections and building a personal and professional network. And all of a sudden, people are like, yo, man, come hang out. Like,
Yeah.
We're doing this thing over at fucking Speakeasy downtown. We're going to be on the second floor. We get our own spot, you know?
So get involved, be interested in people.
Yeah, and be interesting.
Yeah.
yeah.
Which I think we were all interesting.
But also
like,
just be nice. That's
be a
all I
nice
mean.
human.
Just be
Be a
nice.
fucking
yeah.
human being.
Just
Yeah.
be a good person.
Be a good person. Be a good. You'll be surprised how far it gets you in life by just being a good person.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's a perfect way to wrap this up. These are the two takeaways. You ready? Be a good person. Roam the streets.
strategically.
Strategically.
and responsibly.
And responsibly.
And responsibly.
Yeah.
Strategically roam and be a good person. That's it. All right. Thank y'all
Thanks
both
for
very
having
much
me.
for being here. Yeah, absolutely. This
Yeah.
is Blake Williams and Kasey Randall. This is Bontom Club South by Southwest special. Thank you for listening and watching. I'll have a bumper at the end with the Instagram and everything. And I'll put y'all's things in the show notes as well.
Cool.
So, yeah, thank you
brother.
very much. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Peace.
All right.
Thanks for watching or listening to this episode of Bontom Club. I hope you enjoyed it. You can expect more of these every other Sunday. If you did like it, please like this video and subscribe on YouTube. You can also follow us on social media. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Bontom Club. That's BONTEMPS Club. Thank you.